Are you interested in making money with the new business that Mr. Mufareh is going to be rolling out very, very quickly? Is that something you've thought about? Now, that's a rhetorical question. I know each and every one of you out there have thought about, how am I going to make money in this new business? And maybe you're not quite sure how you're going to do that. I want to explain exactly how that's going to work for you. And right now, Mr. Mufareh is bringing us all into Victory with Ash. I'm Mike Ellis, by the way. And Victory with Ash is the place where Mr. Mufareh is going to tell you how that's going to work for you. And I think one of the really, really big keys to the educational process that Mr. Mufareh is going to be taking us through is systems. And most people, when I start to talk about system, they just kind of get a blank stare on their face. They really don't know what that is. But in business, if you can set up a system that works, it will set you free. It will bring in money 24/7, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. It is extremely powerful. And Mr. Mufareh, as we come into Victory with Ash, I believe that's what he's going to be teaching us. Now, I have a confession to make. I've listened to a lot of people about Victory with Ash, what's happening, what's coming, what Mr. Mufareh is doing. And I have to tell you, I'm a little confused about a few things. I'm not worried about that because Mr. Mufareh is going to come out and clarify all of that in the next days and weeks. So I just don't worry about any of it. Right now, Mr. Mufareh is picking the priority placement list, those individuals that will come in first to Victory with Ash. They'll come in. Mr. Mufareh will give them a link. He will activate those links at the same time, and then we get to pick a link and come into Victory with Ash. That's where everything starts. It's where the education starts, and it's where you get clarity on how it's going to work for you. And today I'm going to talk about systems. Why systems? I know a little bit about systems. Early on when we came in and started to participate with Mr. Mufareh, Marty DeGarmo, myself, and Dan Street, we took our individual skills, we combined them to create a system. So we took what Marty had, what I had, what Dan had, and then we developed a system that worked really, really well for the three of us. I believe that's what Mr. Mufareh is going to do for all of us. Now, when we talk about the system that we've created, there were a lot of elements involved in that system. It was very, very complicated to do, and we couldn't have done it alone. It needed all three of us. But initially, we looked at the product, we looked at the company, we looked at Mr. Mufareh. As we did that and we saw, yeah, this is going to be something very, very special, we started to develop landing pages and sales pages and follow-ups and all the content that goes with that. Dan did the text, I did the videos, Marty ran the traffic. We just did a lot of things, and that's an abridged version of what we did. There were so many things that connected everything we did that led the customer through our sales marketing funnel, all the marketing that we do, that ended up in one place, which was buying, coming in and participating. Very, very complicated, very, very hard to do. And most people, when I start to explain what we did in detail, their eyes just glass over. And when I'm done, they come in and go, well, that's awesome. I'm not doing it, period. Okay, that's fine. Mr. Mufareh, very, very early on, as he talked to us, he talked about a business that he was in early on. And he was a super affiliate. He was very, very good at what he did. And in his mind, he thought, okay, my people aren't doing as well as I want them to do. I'm going to create a system that I can give them, and if they use it, they're going to be very, very successful. And I was amazed to hear the numbers as Mr. Mufareh talked about that. He gave everybody this system, and I'm sure it was just an awesome system. And of all the people in his organization, only 3% used it. That just blew my mind. Here you have a super affiliate, an individual making money hand over fist, giving you a system that he uses, that you could use to develop that same amount of income that he's making. It just blew my mind. People just didn't use it. Now, from there until now, do you think Mr. Mufareh has learned a few things? Oh yeah, he has. And as we come into Victory with Ash and we start to go through the learning modules that are there, I think Mr. Mufareh is going to be teaching us a system. Now, he might not put it in those terms, but when you put everything together, it is a system that will work for you. And as you go through those learning modules, you have to understand that it's going to be very, very complicated, but Mr. Mufareh is making it so simple that his grandmother can do it. And as you look at these things, and it's really, really important that you go back there, look at them, and just understand the process, what's going on. You don't have to understand every detail. That's what the system does for you. Once it's put together, once you put it to work for you, once it starts working for you 24/7, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, that money will start to come in. And you're going to be able to see with the system that Mr. Mufareh is putting together for each and every one of us, that it's very, 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 very easy to work. You do have to come in. It's not passive. You have to come in and work the system. But once you start doing that, you're going to find out that once you get it up and running, it's very, very simple to keep running. And what it will do for you, it really is phenomenal. Mr. Mufareh is putting all this together for us, whatever he calls it, whether he calls it a system or not. Any marketing campaign, any style of marketing that you do has to be done on a system to be very, very successful. Once that happens, once you get it up and running, once you're working the system, then you can look at the metrics involved. Are you making more money than you're spending? This is where it gets really, really exciting. The system will go to work for you. The system will bring in sales for you. The system will bring in sales. Now you make a commission. That's when we start making the money. And the system will do all of this for us. We have to come in and manage that system. But as we start to make money, you're going to be able to see, are you making more than you're spending? Once that happens, this is where if you understand that, it's just off the chart. Now you can start scaling. And most people, when they come in and they set up the system, they get it working for them. The money's going to come in small increments to start with. A little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here. You get to the end of the month, you're making more money than you're spending. All of a sudden, you can spend a little bit more on marketing. What does that entail? Traffic, 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 traffic. And when you do that, each month starts to get a little better, a little better, a little better. And that's when the scaling kicks in. And because it's getting better every month, you put a little bit more into your business. You scale a little bit more, and the next month is better than the last month. All of this is just critical for your understanding, for your business to know what's going to be happening in your life, in your business, for your financial future. I wanted to come on and touch on systems. It's so important. And I believe as we come into Victory with Ash, that's what Mr. Mufareh is going to be teaching us. And it's going to be specific to our business. It's not going to be the rogue stuff that's out there online. It's just not going to be that. It's not going to be the old stuff you can get on there and you can buy it for $50, $100, $1,000 and go through marketing. That's not what it's going to be. He's going to be very, very, excuse me, he's going to be very, very specific for us. That's why it's important as you come into Victory with Ash to go through the learning modules and get an understanding of what's going to be happening with your business. Now, you don't have to learn everything at once. I'm sure Mr. Mufareh is going to come out. We're going to get into Victory with Ash. We're going to start going through the Victory module, the learning modules in Victory with Ash, and then we're going to move into the bold, beautiful new business, period. That's going to be a really, really not only exciting day, it's just going to be, I mean, it's just going to rock your boat. You're going to, oh, we're here, we're going in. Not only that, but you have the educational knowledge going into the new business that you can apply to that business. It's going to be so much fun for everybody. And again, this is not going to be hard. Mr. Mufareh, very complicated stuff, but he's going to make it so easy that his grandmother can do it. And if his grandmother can do it, you and I can do it. I can almost guarantee that. So I thought I'd come on, talk about systems just a little bit. It is a big deal. Systems will set you free, literally. And when you have a system for your business, all of a sudden your business is on autopilot, which is what we all want. Doesn't mean you don't have to manage anything anymore. You still have to come in and manage your business. You have to look at things. You have to see how things are working. You have to see if there are any adjustments that need to be done. And again, any adjustments that need to be done, chances are Mr. Mufareh's team probably already done it. So this is a unique position that we're in. with an individual that wants to share everything he has with you and I, set up a system that will work 100% of the time if you come in and use it. You have to come in and put it to work for you. It's not passive. You have to do this. But Mr. Mufareh and his team, I believe, have done everything they need to do to make you successful if you do what you need to do. So systems, it's a really, really big deal. Keep that in mind when you come into Victory with Ash and you start looking at the educational modules. All of this is relevant to you. All of this is relevant to your business. And when you get a grasp of the concepts that Mr. Mufareh is going to be sharing with you, take them over to the new business, from Victory with Ash to the new business. And that's the only way we get into the new business, is from Victory with Ash. You're just going to be amazed at what it does for you, what it does for your business, how your business works for you, and how that's going to change your life and your family's life in really, really good ways. So just a quick video. Systems, it's a big deal. Get into Victory with Ash as the priority placement people come out and their links go active, and we get to choose a link and come into Victory with Ash, from Victory to Ash. From there, it's just going to be awesome for everybody. That's what Mr. Mufareh has envisioned. That's what he's done. That's what he's set up, he and his team, and it's going to be an awesome thing moving forward. That's it. Come on in, get into Victory with Ash, and from there, we're going to see you at the top. Take care. Bye.